Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be doing a clean with me. I decided to go ahead and do this video to step out of my comfort zone and to give you guys something completely different than what I normally do. But before we continue into this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and also turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss when I upload a new video. So what I am starting off with here is washing my dishes first. I usually have my dishes soaking in some bleach water with a little bit of soap, and this is so that any grease or anything else that gets stuck to your dishes or pots or pans can easily slide off when you're gonna go and wash them. And this works great, you guys. You don't have to put so much. You can just put a cap full in of bleach in some warm water and let your dishes soak in for maybe 30 minutes or like I do it overnight. And in the morning when I go ahead and wash my dishes, they come out super clean and there is no bleach smell to them whatsoever. I've had people tell me, why don't you just use your dishwasher? And the little story on that is that our dishwasher doesn't work, and even if it did, it would just be there like a fly on a wall. I don't like dishwashers because I've seen where, you know, you take them out and they're still dirty, and I've never used one in my life, never. I don't like using them because of what I've seen, so I prefer to hand wash my dishes, and I feel like they are cleaner by me hand washing them because I can tell if there's still grease on them, if there isn't any grease on them, or if there's anything still stuck on them. I can just easily take them out myself. And it was just the way that I was raised. My grandmother washed her dishes that way, my mom still washes the dishes that way, and so on and so forth. And I just feel like it's best for me.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. And the dark's all that I see when your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound. I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
What I'm just doing is I'm wetting a rag because I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down my counters before I finish washing my pots and pans. I don't have a drying mat, so what I like to do is I like to go ahead and wipe down my counters so that I can go ahead and put my pots and pans on the counter, stacking them up so that they can go ahead and dry. Typically, I usually start with my counters first, but my dishes were driving me crazy, so I went ahead and started with them first this time. But every time I wipe my counters, I like to move everything to make sure that there's no crumbs of food or anything like that, to avoid just getting any bugs inside the house. I can't stand bugs, so usually my kitchen is spotless. And right now my kitchen is super messy because it was one of those days where I had to go out super early and get some groceries for the house. I even stopped by and got a few Christmas gifts. And by the time I got home, I was just so tired that my kitchen just stayed like that. And now it's the afternoon, and I am just getting my house cleaned up so that I can go ahead and cook dinner in a nice clean house.
You'll always be my nice guy. You'll always be my nice guy.
And here I'm just getting rid of some of the Walmart bags that I had from the groceries that I picked up today, and some stuff from Dollar Tree, and I'm just getting these vegetables put away. Those white bags and yellow bags are from my son's school lunch. I like to save those bags for anything that you might need, and they've come in handy for certain things around the house. So I like to keep them there on hand just in case they are needed. And now I'm going in again with the solution on my counter. And this counter, I like to wipe it off a little more than I do the other ones, just because this is the counter that I use the most when I'm cooking, since it's literally next to the stove and it's on the side that I use the most. I like to make sure that this counter is super clean. And now I'm just cleaning off my counter, my stovetop, with the exact same solution. And what I use is diluted Fabuloso and Pine Sol, and it works great. This is what I've been using for years. It's what my mother and my grandmother have used. I don't use any of those Miss Meyer products. I've seen them. To me, they're just a little expensive, and maybe people just make them out to seem more than what they are. I mean, I don't know. I've never used them. Maybe they're super good, but I was raised on Pine Sol and bleach and Fabuloso and Ajax, and it's what works great for me. So that's what I love to use to make sure that my house is nice and clean and disinfected. And now that my countertops are wiped off, I'm going in and finishing the pots and pans and some utensils. And then I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that my sink is disinfected as well.
When it hurts like this, we climb the great.
And now that all my dishes are nice and clean, I'm going in with this scrub brush that I bought from Walmart for under $5. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up with some water and some bleach, and I'm gonna go ahead and scrub my sink just so that I can get it disinfected and get any excess food off of it. And I also like to squirt a little bit of soap in there just to make it bubbly. And also I feel like the combination gets my sink really clean. And I don't know, it's just the thing about me that after I wash my dishes, I have to go ahead and wash my sink, because if not, I feel like my kitchen isn't fully clean. And my kitchen is like the main room in the house that has to be spotless.
When it hurts like this.
And I went ahead with the slow-mo here because I feel like it's so satisfying watching all the soap go down into the drain. And it's just, I don't know, it's just very satisfying knowing that your sink is super clean and just perfect and disinfected. And now I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning off my dining table. Unfortunately, I didn't see that cup and plate on there, but that's okay, it happens. And my table isn't usually this messy, you guys, but lately I feel like it's been a catch-all. Usually we just like come home or we're doing something and we'll just, you know, set whatever it is on the table and it ends up staying there, and one thing after another, and then it ends up just piling up and just full of stuff, and I can't stand it. I love my dining table to be clear with just whatever decoration it is that I have for it or nothing at all, because I feel like when you sit down to eat, you should have like a clean area to eat, not something where there's stuff everywhere. And I don't know, I just don't like having my dining table messy. And now I'm going in my table with the exact same solution, and I've been using the solution for a while on my table, even though it's a wooden table, and it hasn't done anything bad to my table, so don't come for me in my comments, please. We do have the table covers for the table, but usually sometimes food or, you know, pencil shavings or eraser shavings get through the little cracks and then they just stay on the table and spread all over. So I'm just going ahead and giving it a good wipe down before I go ahead and place the table covers back on there and give them a wipe down as well. And now I'm just starting to sweep, and I always sweep starting from my front door, and I usually move my way to my living room and then towards my sliding door, simply because dirt tracks in everywhere, and it's been so rainy down here in Florida that you just go outside as soon as it's done raining and you come back in, and then like your shoes are muddy on the bottom or just full of a little bit of dirt, and you just track it everywhere. And we also have a puppy, so he likes to go on the grass and play and roll around, so when he comes inside he's tracking in all that dirt, and I can't stand it. You usually see me brooming my house at least 2 to 3 times a day, and it doesn't matter whether it's more dirt or less or about the same, it's always dirt. And so it's because of him tracking it inside and going outside to play. And now I'm just moving his little bed and sweeping up around there. He has short hair, but if you broom it all together, you will see how much hair he actually loses. And obviously you can't tell compared to a dog with longer fur, thicker fur. But yes, he loses just as much as hair, and that's another reason why I'm constantly brooming the house, so that I can make sure that there's no hair anywhere. And now I'm just putting back this cute decoration that I did. They're just empty boxes, but I went ahead and wrapped them up with Christmas wrap just to give the house a nice touch of decoration to make it look good for the season. And now I'm just going ahead and grabbing everything off of my couches that I threw on there, toys that my son has left there, and toys that my little nephew was playing with when he was over, and also from a friend whose baby I take care of occasionally. And yeah, they love to leave their toys around. So now I'm just fixing my blanket, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take off whatever crumbs or dust or whatever I see on my sofa, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and fluff up my pillows with this trick that I learned by punching them. It actually makes them fluffier. Or you can also throw them on the floor and you can like kind of stomp on them, is what I've heard, and it'll also make them fluffier, but I prefer the punching method. I don't think it would be a good idea to stomp on my pillows. But by punching them, I've noticed that they do get fluffier and they last a little longer. But whenever they start, flattening out again, I'll just go ahead and just give them another good punch just to fluff them back up. Fixing the little couch, and I think it's so funny how I always end up finding more of my son's toys basically buried into the couch. And it's like he'll bring them down, he'll play with them, and then he'll sit down and watch TV, or he'll play on his Switch for a little while, and then it's like magically the toys just end up buried in the sofa, and then he can never find them. And now I'm just giving my living room a good sweeping by the couches. I feel like since they are so close to the sliding door, I feel like a lot of the dirt gets stuck under there, and I feel like I don't get it all unless I move my couches forward to the little coffee table, or if I push it back all the way to the dining table and make sure that I get all the dirt from there. I feel like it's never clean enough unless I do all of that.
It'll be okay if you just stay with me. We can run from here and we can disappear, and they won't find us where we are.
And I usually pass the broom 2 to 3 times because, let's be honest guys, for those of you who use brooms, because I know a lot of people use vacuums to vacuum their floors, and I think that's weird. I don't know, but usually I feel like I have to pass the broom 2 to 3 times in the same spot, even though I feel like we don't always pick up every little inch of dirt and stuff, but I like to try and pick up as much as I can or all of it and make sure that it's just really swept up and really clean. And as you guys can tell by looking at the sliding door that you can see outside a little bit, it's already dark. I was just so tired and I felt so sluggish due to my PCOS that I felt like it took me forever to get the downstairs area just like swept up and cleaned up. But also because it was a little extra messy this time. There was a ton of stuff that didn't belong downstairs that I had to go and take up upstairs and then come back and get more and take it and come back and so on and so forth, that I felt like it just took me forever.
You're the night sky trying to make me see your stars, but the dark gets so lonely. Now I see violet, I can feel silence. In the dark's all that I see. When your stars have burnt out and your heart makes no sound, I'll find violet in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
And now I'm just sweeping up under the table. You guys know that once it's dinner time and everybody gathers around the table, no matter how hard you try, somewhere, somehow, food always ends up under the table. At least in our house, this happens. So I like to make sure that, especially under the table, it's swept up, just so that you don't have to deal with like ants or anything else like that, because I am not one for insects or bugs or whatever. I can't deal with it. That's why I try to keep my house as clean as possible. And there goes my husband, stopping me from what I'm doing to give me a kiss and to let me know that the house is looking great.
All day, watch the time. I can't find the point where our two paths start, but I've always feared the dark.
Honestly, you guys, if they have another name, I don't know. So if you know the name for these, let me know in the comment section below. As for me, I just call them the table covers, and I'm giving them a good wipe down. These tend to get pretty sticky quick, so I like to give them a good wipe down every chance that I get.
Night sky.
And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put them back together.
You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky. You'll always be my night sky.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head.
And now all the dirt that I've collected from around the sofas And from my front door and my sliding door area, I am just pushing all of this towards the kitchen. And this is typically the same routine that I do when I'm sweeping the house. I always start from my front door and work my way to the living room and then to my sliding door, and then I finish to that window that's next to the sliding door around the table. And I work my way into the kitchen with all the dirt and trash and stuff. Whatever trash may be like on the coffee tables or anything, I just throw them down on the floor and I just sweep them up and head over to the kitchen because I like to finish in my kitchen area. And that way I just pick up all the dirt at one time and I throw it away. And now I'm just putting back our table runner along with some flower arrangements that I made myself with flowers from the Dollar Tree. That vase is also from Dollar Tree, and so are the small vases. They are also from Dollar Tree along with the potpourri. I think that's how you say it. But yeah. And I'm putting back our napkin holder, and now I'm just going ahead and removing all these things that don't belong from off of our bar stools.
I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. I just need to. I just need to clear my head. Can't focus. I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately.
And now I'm just rounding up any other dirt or trash that I can find around this area. That door behind me does lead to our garage, so you will be tracking in dirt from there as well if you've gone in or out through the garage. So I'm just grabbing all of that up and getting ready to sweep it into the little thing that you use to pick up the dirt and throw it into the trash can. And also I am wiping down our Keurig machine and our little coffee station because for some reason that table tends to get a little dusty, but I just go ahead with a damp rag and I go ahead and just take off any dust or any sugar that has fallen on there. And there you have it, you guys. A nice clean kitchen, disinfected, everything where it belongs, where it should be. And I wanted to get you guys' opinion on our cabinets. As you guys can see, the kitchen is a light blue color and I've been wanting to paint the cabinets. I just don't know if we should go with a white or a dark brown. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I would love to know everybody's opinion. But that is all that I have for you today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some motivation to go ahead and clean up your house, or I'm hoping that you probably went ahead and cleaned along with me. And if you're not done, you can just go ahead and give this video another replay until you're done. But I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.